Welcome back to the channel, guys, and in today's video we have another feature from the trainer Avara SP9, and he has submitted a couple of sets worth of battles with a team consisting of Serperior and Bastiodon core. So, and he's running water flying type in the back. So in the first set he's running Pelliper, and on the other one he's running Mantine. And on the Mantine one he said that he was able to do a lot of timeouts, and with that I can assume that he's definitely running Bubble Beam. So this is a modification of a very powerful and a very old team consisting of Venusaur, Bastiodon and Pelliper in the back. So yeah, I think this will because they are running Serperior and not Venusaur, so this definitely adds some more bulk in the team. But yeah, we will see how the team works out, if it's better than Venusaur Lead or not. And before we start with the battles, if you are new to the channel and if you like our content, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. If you are already subscribed to the channel, a big thanks to all of you. And if you want to join the Battleset Discord server, the link to that is in the description down below. So without further delays, let's start with the battles and see how the battle goes. So let's see, and he picks up a Mandibuzz Lead, so horrible lead for the Serperior, especially because they are running double grass type moves. So he swaps into Pelliper, and the opponent is not swapping out. Maybe they want to land a charge move and bail. So they go for a Dark Pulse, which does massive amount of damage, and Pelliper is charging over farming, and he's already at Hurricane. So going for this Hurricane, and let's see how much damage will it do. It does some decent chunk of the Mandibuzz health, but Pelliper will certainly need to invest another shield. Invest the first shield, and now the Mandibuzz is in farm down, not farm down, but weather ball range. But this swaps into Deoxys, and this Pelliper is about to throw another Hurricane, and this is good. So saving Pelliper for the opponent's backline, and in comes the Serperior. So Deoxys will go to Psycho Boost, and this is probably one of the advantage over Venusaur, like running Serperior, because Serperior is not weak to psychic type moves. And here they are going for Frenzy Plant, but ideally they could have gone for Leaf Tornado as well. Maybe didn't know about the damage, but in comes this this Nidoqueen, and I think they didn't want to reveal that they had a Leaf Tornado yet, so that they can. Yeah, I think it was a smart play, and the Nidoqueen goes 4 times down on the debuffs, and they bang that energy and swaps into their Bastiodon, and I think a lot of swaps went there very fast. And I apologize if the video is sped up too fast, because when I received it, the video was already sped up to a certain extent, and then when I realized that, I think it was almost halfway through the editing process. So yeah, I think yeah, if the video is too sped up, then I do apologize for that. So Nidoqueen will go for Earth Power, and Pelliper will really need to get to this Weather Ball, which they do, and this Weather Ball will be enough to take out the Nidoqueen. So yeah, that was a very close game and very well played. Good game. Probably could have edited that part out, but moving on to the next one, let's see what do he get. And he comes in with a Scrafty Lead. So this lead is decent or neutral for both the Pokemons, because they are doing neutral damage with their charge moves, and since Serperior is not running Aerial Ace, it doesn't really matter because Frenzy Plant does enough damage. So they go for Power Up Punch bait, which is quite good for Serperior, because Serperior will be able to throw this Leaf Tornado, which knocks out the Scrafty, and in comes Nidoqueen, and looks like they are not swapping out this time around, and probably I think swapping out is not a very good option, or they do manage to swap out, and in comes this Pelliper, which will take some damage with the Poison Fang. So in comes opponent's own Pelliper, and the Pelliper will now, since it's debuffed, I think it will be taking a lot of damage with the Weather Balls as well. But the Weather Ball is not enough to knock them out, and they will be able to get to a Hurricane. So this will be huge if they land it. But the opponent ends up shielding that and farm down their Pelliper. But Bastiodon can simply come in and look to farm down this Pelliper all the way. And since it's an XL Bastiodon, it can take those Weather Balls pretty good, and it's a very good PvP IV as well, as I can see from the IVs. So really good job in powering this thing up, and they have a 2 shield advantage, and I like the thought process of catching on to the Poison Fang there. But now they will be need to shield, and Nidoqueen will be able to get to another charge move. Maybe it's a It's in Poison Fang. Yeah, it was a Poison Fang. I didn't keep the track of the energy, and he now will need to throw immediately because they cannot risk getting hit with another Earth Power, and or they had just a Pelliper, and Pelliper, yeah, will just go down to the Smackdown. So yeah, very well played and good games. Moving on to the next one, picking up a horrible lead yet again. So not getting lucky with a lot of leads there, and but as I said, Serperior is a very bulky Pokemon. It will be able to take one Poison Fang, which does some decent amount of damage considering how bulky Serperior is. So let's see. They shield the Leaf Tornado, which gets debuff, which debuffs the Nidoqueen, and the opponent is a really smart move of catching on this feather ball onto their Mandibuzz. So yeah, as I said, I probably am struggling with keeping up with the video. So yeah, the commentary might be a bit dodgy here. So they are able to get to an Hurricane, and they would definitely would want to invest a shield because Hurricane at that range might even KO. So farming some extra energy and going for this Hurricane now. Looking at the damage on the previous Mandibuzz, I think this will are barely not enough to KO, but will be or cannot farm down. So, but shield since he is already at a charge move, and in comes Nidoqueen, and Nidoqueen will be able to throw this Poison Fang, waste all the energy on that Pelliper. And yeah, Serperior comes in. Yeah, this is a straight loss because Nidoqueen still had a shield and Bastiodon was just sitting duck in front of that Royal Queen. So yeah, GG's. Moving on to the next one and picking up a Sableye lead, and I think this is probably his go-to strategy that he would like to debuff the opponent and then bail to Bastiodon, because with the attack 2 times lowered, I think Bastiodon even gets more bulkier and will be able to completely farm down the Sableye. So if this was not debuffed, I think Sableye would have put down this would have threatened this Bastiodon into, or would have put this Bastiodon into the reds because it's already in the yellows. But Bastiodon will be able to farm down. So the opponent did a really great job in recognizing that they will be getting farmed down and swapping in with Stunfisk. But the switch timer is already up on the trainer side as well. I think they got a glitch or. Yeah, certainly they were not trying to do some fancy trick which Jonkus in his video mentioned. So yeah, I think they will be able to get to this Leaf Tornado, and Leaf Tornado will, I think, will not KO at that range, but grabs the shield, but does not get the debuff. So it's surprising to see Stunfisk shielding on the Serperior. They preserved the energy on the Stunfisk and sack their Sableye. Let's see what they have in the back. They have a Skarmory in the back, and since they are switch locked now, the trainer goes into their Bastiodon, which will this bird is going to get farmed, or they cannot farm down it yet with the Sky attacks, but they will be able. They need to throw a charge move, to be honest, and especially since they are running, the opponent still has a very decent healthy Stunfisk, or they had a decent healthy Stunfisk. I think the opponent didn't know that they have a Pelliper in the back, but yeah, I think at the time that was a fitting play because or they had 2 shields, so anyway the game was pretty much wrapped up. So Serperior will come in and absorb any damage coming in from the Stunfisk, which they are not able to put in yet, and going for a 2 shield flex. I think that they will be throwing this Frenzy Plant. Let's see if he goes for a fancy 2 shield flex or not, because it will be risky, to be honest, because if this thing managed to land a Brave Bird, it's going to be really bad. So not going for a 2 shield flex, smart play, but it was a Sky Attack which Pelliper could have survived, and the time is really up at that point of time. So yeah, good game, very well played. I think this is a last battle for with this team. After this battle, we will be switching on to the Mantine team, and the opponent is leading with Pelliper. So they go for Leaf Tornado bait, and the opponent takes that bait comfortably, and still they are going for a Hurricane maybe. So definitely Serperior would want to shield, and shields the Weather Ball, but Serperior will be able to beat them to the next charge, beat them to the Hurricane. And he's doing a really good job in keeping track of the opponent's energy. So trying to throw on the try to deny a fast move, or trying to gather as much overfarm as they can. So Pelliper goes back with a lot of energy, after banking a lot of energy, and in comes this Vigoroth. So Vigoroth is not a decent response to Pelliper, because Pelliper can really hurt Vigoroth. This Body Slam will not be able to KO. And since counters are they will not be able to get to a Hurricane though, because I think Vigoroth got 1 or 2 counters had a 1 or 2 counters advantage. It's looking bad, to be honest. let's see how he would like to play this one out. And if Vigoroth gets to a Bulldoze, it's going to be really bad. And let's see. So opponent gets to a Bulldoze, and the opponent goes for a combo play on this Bastiodon and goes for this Weather Ball. Weather Ball is enough to knock them out, and yeah, he probably will not be able to win this one. So yeah, I think the opponent still has a full healthy Pokemon. Yeah, they have a full healthy Pokemon in the back, but they come in with Vigoroth and takes it down. So yeah, good game. Moving on to the next one, and this is the one where it gets really interesting for the trainer, but not that interesting for the opponent, because now he is running double debuff team, and one of the Pokemon lowers your attack 2 times. So goes for this Frenzy Plant first, and I like this play because the next because next Serperior will be able to throw a Leaf Tornado to knock out the Stunfisk. So let's see what he would like to do. Goes for Leaf Tornado, so Leaf Tornado will grab the shield and gets an attack debuff as well. So would like to shield because I think he will beat Stunfisk to the next or he's already at the next charge move. So farming a bunch of extra energy. As I said, the energy management on this guy is really good. So going for the Leaf Tornado and able to knock out the Stunfisk. In comes Calm, so swapping into Mantine. Maybe could have let go of Serperior as well, and match would have been able to pair Bastiodon up against their Skarmory. So in comes Zazu. So that swap maybe was good, but the Mantine is going to debuff the hell out of this Zazu now, and already debuffed twice. So Mantine is just going to town with those bubble beams. Opponent is not throwing yet. I'm not sure why. What are they waiting for? Because they are continuously going to get debuffed, and wing attack Mantine is just. It's just super fast in throwing those charge moves. So again going for this bubble beam, and this is 4 times debuff now, so I'm not even sure if Serperior will be able to if this Azu will be able to farm down the Serperior or not. Serperior is already at a Leaf Tornado, so that really makes sense. So banking that energy really was good. Able to get the debuff yet again, and this poor bird is just going to fly to the death now to this Bastiodon. And I think at some point they go for a flash cannon, and if this wasn't debuffed, this would have done a lot of damage to the Bastiodon, to be honest. But it's going if yeah, it's a sky attack which heals Bastiodon in my opinion. So Bastiodon is just going to farm down all the way, and that poor bird didn't even and the timer is up as well. So I think it will come down to the Azu is just not healthy enough to do anything to Bastiodon. So the timer will be up, and I think the victory will go to Bastiodon eventually. So that probably was very annoying for the opponent there, but yeah, it is what it is. Moving on to the next one, and we are in a Deoxys matchup. So again, as I said, Rock Slide or Psycho Boost will not be doing as much damage as to Venusaur. So in comes Greedent, and going for this Frenzy Plant, and this will do some decent amount of damage. And since Serperior is not that attack and is able to catch on a Body Slam as well, so great energy management and great call that the opponent will be going for Body Slam. And again, I think this Bastiodon will be able to completely farm down this Greedent. So yeah, again I think we are in a very boring matchup now. So the Bastiodon will keep on taking those crunches and not getting a debuff, which is quite good. And the Greedent will be able to get to another crunch. Let's see if he will get a debuff this time around. So do not get a debuff. I think it's a 30% chance on the debuff, and 3 crunches, still no debuff. So that was pretty crazy. So going for the Stone Edge onto the defense form Deoxys, making a swap to Serperior, so he likes to give up the switch advantage like anything. So gets an attack debuff, comes in Obstagoon. So Serperior will just go to town with those or they go for a Leaf Frenzy Plant which gets shielded. So Obstagoon will go for Night Slash and hope to get a boost there. So I think he needs to come in with Mantine, there is no other option. So Bastiodon already has one more charge move loaded, so going for this Bubble Beam yet again. And yeah, the crazy part is the debuff, right? You are forcing your opponent to make a swap of make those swaps. So Bastiodon, their switch timer is really up. So again going for a debuffing this Deoxys as well. And he tried to catch a charge move there, but at this point I think he can shield and completely farm down the defense form Deoxys. He is able to get to a charge move. It's even, I think it's going to be Psycho Boost, which does not do a lot of damage with the debuff. So he's out of shields, and this is a very risky bait. But Obstagoon will need to throw regardless, and yeah, I think it was. And again, they are going for a timeout, dude. So yeah, I think Bastiodon, yeah, it's crazy. So going for a bubble beam yet again, and I think by the time this bubble beam goes through, the time will be up, and the victory goes to the Bastiodon. So yet again, a very well played game. Moving on to the next one, and yeah, it's really it's really tiring to commentate on these. He again, he's able to trap a flyer with the Bastiodon. So yeah, Bastiodon is just going to farm this flying little cloud. And what I was saying is that sometimes on these debuff teams, it gets really tiring to commentate, to be honest. But the teams are really effective if you use it to their great potential, such as like trapping a flyer with a Bastiodon. And like meanwhile, this matchup is already finished. So in comes Machamp, and Machamp, I think that was a Shadow Machamp. Or it was a Deoxys, my bad. I just saw the counter animation. So they go for this Stone Edge, and Stone Edge will grab the shield again, giving up the switch advantage and coming in with Mantine. So maybe they tried to catch a. Not really sure what they were trying to catch there. Maybe a Psycho Boost, but again, Psycho Boost would be resisted on the Bastiodon. So just completely sacking their Mantine. So going for the Ice Beam this time around, no debuff shit, and it was a CMP tie as well. So this Rock Slide will definitely be able to knock out the Mantine, but the opponent undercharged and yeah, was able to farm a lot of energy. So going for this. This Frenzy Plant almost knocks out the GFisk, and shielding the Rock Slide. Might as well shield anything. Going for a Leaf Tornado again, and if this if this debuffs, the game is pretty much wrapped up. Grabs the shield as well. Oh my god! And unfortunately, the opponent didn't get any debuff. But at this point, the game seems to be pretty much wrapped up because Frenzy Plant will. Place this in red, or a couple of Vine Whips, and defense Deoxys goes down. So again, very well played from the trainer, and yeah, good game. Moving on to the next one, picking up a Hypno Lead, and maybe try. Yeah, I thought that he'll try to catch on Fire Punch there, but it was a very risky because Hypno can learn Focus Blast, and yeah, Focus Blast just one shots Bastiodon. Not really sure about an XL Bastiodon though, if it survives, but it's a Shadow Hypno and it's a Focus Blast, so I think it should do. It should KO. So Hypno gets a attack debuff now, and they'll go for a Fire Punch, which does not knock out the Serperior because of that debuff. So again going for a Leaf Tornado, which will knock out the Hypno. So able to win that, and in comes Machamp, which gets ahead on energy, and they have this Mantine, so definitely would want to shield but do not want to get involved. I was saying that they certainly don't want to get involved in the with a Rock Slide, and they swaps into their Azu. And if this is a Hydro Pump Azu, the game I think is pretty much wrapped up. And because most of the Azus nowadays are XLs, it's a Hydro Pump Azu, so I think this Bastiodon does not stand a chance now. So they will shield this charge move, and getting a bit of lag, which is always good to see. But yeah, Azu, I think if it's not an XL Azu, maybe the game is still up, but I think the game is more or less over at this point of time. So now we will see the damage this Azu takes, and yeah, this is definitely an XL Azu. So Mantine will farm down the Machamp and will debuff, or the Azu will go down to an Ice Beam. That was a crazy play, crazy play, and Azu, cannot really farm down. So I thought that there was no win condition, but Avara find a way. So yeah, good games. Moving on to the next one, and it's the battle of the grass type Pokemon. But certainly, Ferrothorn has the advantage over Serperior unless they get a debuff, which they get, and this mirror shot, this mirror shot is not going to do anything now. So Serperior definitely has the upper hand in this matchup now. So they'll continue to go for Mirror Shot, and Mirror Shot debuffs the Serperior as well. Going for a double resisted Frenzy Plant, which will not do anything, especially after that attack debuff. So Ferrothorn will just continue to go for those Mirror Shots and hope to get another debuff. But Ferrothorn will win this actually, especially since they are running this mirror shot. If it was Power Whip and Thunder, the Ferrothorn could not really have done anything. So again gets a debuff and farming bunch of extra energy, and this Power Whip will not do a lot, will not do anything because it's 4 times debuff now. So I think the opponent is really wasting their energy if they don't have a counter to this Mantine in the back. So yeah, unless they should have really come in with defense from Deoxys. I still wonder why they did not do that. And since they were running Ferrothorn, maybe it's Ferrothorn, Deoxys, and Medicham. So they go for the stock slide with Mantine Shields. It's going to be an interesting one yet again. So going for this bubble beam, you never know with the debuff how crazy these debuffs can get. So swaps into Serperior, but defense from Deoxys could have really farmed down, but the opponent might have feared that they'll be hit with another Leaf Tornado and get debuffed. I thought that Leaf Tornado certainly, but it was a Psycho Boost which debuffed this. In comes Azu, and again, as I said, if it's a Ice Beam player of Azu, Basti certainly can win, but if it's Hydro Pump, it's wrapped up. It's an Hydro Pump Azu yet again, so I don't think that there is a lot of match play. There is a lot of game left in this particular match. So let's see what Azu trainer would like to do here. Going for this this Stone Edge, I also thought there was no win con last time, but certainly Avara find a way. So going for this play rough, which they again the switch again the timer came, and Bastiodon and Azu both are almost at the, but the opponent has 2 Pokemons left in the back, and yeah, the game is pretty much wrapped up. So you're not able to pull off a win in the last game, but certainly he was able to use this team quite effectively. I mean, better than I certainly would have. So congratulations to the trainer on getting some victories, and thank you for submitting these battles to me. I hope you really enjoyed watching the video, and if everyone else also enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time, peace.